Hey, welcome back to my new life storytelling for another episode of I Want to Explain You. If you're new to the channel or if you're not understanding very much about amputee and prosthetic leg, this is for you. So, for this new episode about prosthetic leg, I want to try to start over and explain you step by step what prosthetic leg is about and all the other equipment that we put on the top and the bottom inside the prosthetic leg. How can I take the legs off? How can I put my legs back? And so on. I would like to start from the origin from the stump. So obviously this side is pretty small. It took 2 years to get to this point, and I hope that it will not going to shrink down more than that. So for now, this is my stump, and see this bump? There is a tibial bone here. This is not super good. It's because I stress my leg a lot, walking and doing steps for so long, traveling around the world for 10 months, that create the body went to protections, and because it was pretty painful, right? And so now I have a fluid here, which I can help to absorb with using the ice pack, and I'm doing that, of course. So as you can see, I have my knee. It's very skinny, and usually I feel pain here. So I got this amputation 2 years ago. So only 2 years. Who knows what my future will have for me. This called liner. So without the liner, my leg cannot hold the prosthetic leg. Like my stump cannot hold the prosthetic leg if I don't use the liner. So those liners are from the Ossur, and usually Ossur has different kind of liners for different kind of prosthetic leg, and most important for different kind of people, because not all the amputee are the same. Even if we have exactly the same amputation, we are not the same. Our feelings and how we feel comfortable with stuff is different, right? Like when you had to go buy shoes. So for me, this is called Celine X 5 rings. So for me, I prefer to have suspension, and so my prosthetic leg, my socket has a valve. So that's why 5 rings, because it can like strongly tight and hold the prosthetic leg on my own leg, on my stump. So what I do every time is just, you want to roll, right? This is in silicone. I suggest to clean it like regularly, especially if you're sweating a lot, if it's summer, or if you go to the beach. Clean it, please. Clean it every time, okay? So it's like that right now. I will just put my stump on it and then roll the liner like that. Replace it here. Obviously this is broken. There is all, fabric cover the silicone, and but this is broke, because another important things about the liners that are very expensive, like this one is between 500 to 800 depending on the country also, and they're very expensive, and they last about 5 to 6 months. For me, 4 or 5. So, and and every time you have to order them. So I hope you have an insurance, or you live in a country like me, like in Italy, that they provide the basic equipment for free to us. Otherwise, I would suggest you to get a good insurance, because if your country doesn't give you anything for free or help you with this kind of equipment, that is very expensive, okay? And so, and this is my prosthetic leg. This is my prosthetic leg. See, it's made it like that. And this is the valve. So I have a valve to create a vacuum system. It's a vacuum system and create like suspension of my leg when the pop the air out. And in the same times I can also in same way push this part to take the legs off, otherwise it won't goes off because these 5 rings are very strong. This foot is called balance foot and is the very basic one. Even the foot shell you can see is the very basic and simple one, very light compared to other Ossur foots, and it's made for walking. Okay, I think it can absorb a weight of 125 kilos, something like that, 120 kilos. So obviously each foot is categorized between if for women or men and by weight. Okay, so if you're bigger than me, you might have like the same foot but more resistance, so will probably be a little bit heaviest, and so can absorb more weights. Or if you're like skinnier than me, even like lighter than that one, of course. So it's proportionate to the person body shape and everything and activity. But this one is mostly for walking. I work out also with this, so I will probably expect at some point that it will break, but for now it's doing good. And it's attached to these other parts because of the distance of my stumps and the distance from the foot from your hip and so on. So this is customized, and so depends of your size. You will go to the clinic, orthodontics clinic, prosthetic clinic, and physiotherapy clinic or whatever. They make these legs and they will measure everything for you. Okay, and so they usually make legs like that, and then you will try them, and you have to tell them, you must to tell them what is if you have any problems around your stump, or the socket hurts, or you feel pressure here and there and it's painful to walk, or you're not feeling comfortable. Please be super aware with them, be super like free to talk to them about everything, because this is your life. It's very important that you have to walk comfortably, with comfort, right? So now the other part, so this called suspension sleeve, and there is silicone inside as well. Is elastic, and should adapt to your knee joints and movement, and how you use your legs every day. So it should a little bit adapt, and you should be able to walk in almost a normal way with this, but not for me. So right now I'm just using for emergency, because I'm waiting for a new leg. So this is too big and doesn't fit me anymore, and the suspension sleeve will help me to support my knee joint and to keep the prosthetic leg on me, because otherwise I will completely lose it. And so how do you insert your stump with the liner inside the socket? So if you have my same prosthetic leg with the valve, you just have to push the valve, and insert your leg. So you push the valve and push your stump down, so the A's come up, your legs can go through inside the prosthetic leg, inside the socket, and then now you're okay. the leg is pretty strong. Now my socket is big right now, but it's pretty solid. If you have the liner with the 5 rings and the socket with the valve. If you don't have the liner with the 5 rings and you don't have any valve, or maybe you can also have a valve with that, but if you don't have the rings, then you need the sleeve to keep your legs, your prosthetic legs safe with your stump here. So you need a suspension sleeve, you need the sleeve to compress your leg and the prosthetic legs together, because there is nothing in the liner that can block your leg from slipper inside the socket. And so those are the most important parts of, so this is called socket, this is the foot, this is a foot shell, this is the sleeve, and this is the liner. The sleeve also is about $150 to $170, $100. And how they made the socket. This socket is made by the prostheticians, and he make the very first leg on you using the cast. So they will cast the stump to make the shape and to have the shape of the socket, and then they will make the socket for you. And then you go to the doctor and you try the new socket and you try to walk. They will put just one foot on your socket and you will start to walk and figure it out with the doctor if it's comfortable or not. And it will take time, especially at the beginning, takes time. But we're gonna get there. The most important equipment that we need and that we have as amputee, as leg amputee, for walking with our legs. Obviously there are different type of foot. So for now, we just stop with the balanced foot for walking, but if you want to change the foot, you just have to change it from here. So the socket will be the same one until your stump will change the size and the shape. Then you have to do another socket. So if this video was helpful and was interesting and helping you to understand better, or to help your loved one if they are amputee, or yourself to understand better what to expect, what to do, and how much are the cost. The cost of this balanced foot for about 3,000, something like that, 250, 3,000, yeah. And the socket can be also 1,000. So yeah, at the beginning maybe it's not that much, but because they give you like the very basic equipment, like you will get the basic equipment, and if you had to pay from your pocket, it's like mostly 5,000. It's like very, restrict, like compressed price. But in the future, if you want a better foods, if you want a better foot shells, if you want different kind of sockets with different colors, whatever makes you happy at this point, and you have to pay with from your own pocket, that might be expensive, and sometimes it's frustrating because you cannot get what you want to live better. But we will get there. We're gonna help each other again. We're going to open a new association and non-profits, and I'm going to collaborate with others. So we will get there, I promise. So if these videos helps you, share and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and like the videos. But most important for me is, like, please comment below wherever you're thinking right now, if you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, if it wasn't helpful or so much helpful, please, or what's your opinion, or whatever, like, let's stay connected right below in the comments, and I will reply to you. Thank you guys, to the next.